Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass, and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. I like boobs.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's his Orson Welles impression. Moonshock.
They are called sprinkles. Anybody who calls them hundreds of thousands, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
Hi, Terry.
Pterodimantus.
Hey, it's not my fault you Americans are retarded.
Whatever. I'll do what I want.
Hundreds and thousands of what, Terry?
Hundreds of thousands of
and
bits of
thousands
sugar.
of what?
Of solidified sugar. There you go.
Why are all your foods descriptions? Hundreds of thousands, shapes.
Well, and if anybody puts 100,000 bits of sprinkles on their shit, man, you're going to be dead by the end of the day.
Yeah, next you're going to tell me you don't have Golden Gate times over in America.
What? Golden Gate times? Maybe in the men's bathroom in San Francisco, but Golden Gate showers.
Do you have a food just called a box of?
A box of what? A box of what?
And this week's special guest, Johnny Hellcat.
And now that he's done his Elvis impersonation, he's going to be found dead on a toilet.
Oh, only after he ate fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Anybody? That sounds yummy. Just say yes. Yes, it does.
I would just like to say dying on the toilet sounds like a hilarious way to go out. I would be fine with that.
You're going to have to make me one then. Even Son's giving me a hard time about not having a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich.
But speaking
I've never
of
had
food,
it fried.
Oh, wait. Quick poll for both my friends here and the audience. Do we like creamy peanut butter or chunky? It's always about chunky.
Well, I know what Jack's gonna pick.
Yeah.
No, I prefer creamy.
All right, and speaking of food, I have unfortunate news for you guys,
You get no warning, Tier.
and that is the colonialism, the Westernism is starting to spread because South Korea plans to ban dog meat consumption.
Dun.
Gasp.
I know they're gonna eat cats instead. What the hell? Who the hell is Black Thelma? Oh, jeez.
The author of the article.
Black Thelma.
My question is, are there any health hazards to consuming dog meat?
Oh,
I'm sure it's fine if you cook it properly.
oh God!
Because otherwise, just cook
What?
just eat the fucking dog meat. That's your business.
Oh. Okay, this woman has got the biggest fucking arms to head ratio I have ever seen. Okay, you guys have got to see this fucking woman's arms. She's got like Popeye arms to the extreme. Link in chat.
But yeah, I don't have a problem with people eating cats and dogs. I mean, I probably would if it was like the only food available. Like, sure, I'll eat a dog or a cat. Why not?
Okay, tell me that this woman's got gigantic arms and someone just photoshopped her face on top of somebody's giant.
She's Popeye.
She's just fat.
That's
She's just
a look.
fat.
That's a look that says, "I dare you to try and handcuff me."
And Son is saying hello to everybody. I'm not sure if you can hear her, but she is.
Hi, son.
Protecting
Will
your
Accord says that dog meat has a high vitamin A content, which is known to be toxic in high amounts. But I mean that you could say the same thing about liver.
Son always sounds like she's at the bottom of a well.
Yeah.
Hi, son.
You want a quarter while you're down there?
Well, would you like a little refresher from that picture of another picture from Shopify? If you look up for Black Thelma, there's actually a woman with not so bad of a figure showing off a leather skirt.
So she's completely unrelated to the author.
Yes.
Hi, Tyler. How you doing?
Ah.
All right. Protecting your culture is a theme that resonates in the world more and more these days. As globalism entrenches itself further and further into the psyches of everyone and social media makes the world smaller than it is, it stands to reason that many people's cultures are up for grabs. Many people's cultures are undergoing massive changes, and many people are losing key components of their culture through the influence and powers of others. When I read this headline, I immediately thought, they got to them. And the they in question are the West. Dog has been consumed in Korea for thousands of years. There are many dishes that have dog as an ingredient. Sources say that dog was and has not been widely consumed by the people. But the fact remains, dog was and is a part of Korean cuisine.
Okay, but then why is it racist for me to say that black people like fried chicken? Like that's part of their culture.
Is that part of your cultural and heritage? It ain't mine.
Okay, fine. Just so everybody knows, the woman that I just linked in, that is in no relation to the first woman. It's just some woman who's showing off a $219 leather skirt that just so happened to also be in there when I looked up whatever something Thelma.
And she's ready. And she's ready to cut diamonds.
Yes.
There's a stew called bozentang that includes green onions, dandelions, and other seasonings. The pictures.
You're welcome, Kylie. Goes, thank you, sir.
The pictures I have seen make the dish look good. Not saying I want to try some, but it looks like a beef stew, truthfully.
Why the fuck would you want to eat a dog? Who? Oh, no. I love my dog. I would not eat her for
Yeah, but you don't eat your pet dog. You eat it's like
No.
eating a cow. Like obviously, if you have a pet cow, that's not the one that you make steaks out of. You kill a cow that you have no sentimental attachment towards.
Right. I can understand where you're coming from, but having been a dog owner, and I would
I thought you
throw
were going to say,
myself.
having been a dog.
No, I would throw myself in front of a car to save this dog's life. If that tells you anything, I don't.
Yeah, but you're thinking of your dog, not a dog.
You're thinking from the perspective of a person who owns a dog as a pet, but you've never owned a cow as a pet, and I'm sure you're fine with eating cow.
Yeah.
But if you owned a cow as a pet, maybe you might feel differently.
Well,
Yeah, but I've had dogs and cats as pets as a kid.
right.
I would eat if I was in Korea or whatever, I would probably try the dog meat just to see if it was any good.
As long as somebody told me or didn't tell me that it's a freaking dog, I guess I would try it. But if you told me after the fact, I would be like, I hate you forever. But of course,
No,
it would be my own
think-
fault. But still,
No, I think they should tell you beforehand what you're eating.
of course.
So like you saying that just don't tell me. No. They should say, look, would you like to try this? By the way, it's dog meat, because you should know what you're putting in your mouth.
And yes, I guess it is a matter of perspective. You know, I was driving through Montana to visit a friend up there, and they have what is called a testicle festival. You know, if you have that in California, any number of different things could apply to that. But up there, it's Rocky Mountain oysters.
I live in that region.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about with the testicle festival.
Yeah, that's over in was it Red Creek, Red Rock?
Well,
Something
yeah,
like
my buddy lived in Livingston, so it wasn't too far away from there. I don't think.
25% of the chat disagrees with you, Moon.
It's Montana. At least anything is an hour and some away. So
You sons of bitches. Frosted, you asshole.
But more than that, I don't think eating dog is wrong when people all over the world consume pig, cow, chicken, lamb, and so many other animals by the millions of tons each and every day, every year, as we have for millennia.
And lamb is freaking delicious.
It is.
Absolutely.
I don't think I've tried lamb.
Oh, it is one of the best actually animal proteins I've actually ever had. It was freaking delicious.
I like
Lamb is
veal.
my favorite meat.
Hi, Johnny Blaze.
lamb's pretty specific. You have to cook it specifically, or else it's like if you overcook it, you're gonna dry it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I also think that it was done really well because it was a shindig that we went to at my parents like for their work. It was very well professionally made. It was done by all these like Michelin rated chefs and whatnot. So naturally, it's going to be the best you could. But damn, it was good. I've never had anything like that before or since or before or since.
Yeah,
so,
it's not something it's easy to mess up.
Yeah, I would agree.
Good lamb is the best meat that I've ever tried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, Montana has wild game feeds, so it's not just testes, but is one of the main halls there. Yeah, but they have bear, gator, frog.
Bison too, right?
Yeah,
because my buddy said that the bison up there is really good.
Oh yeah.
See, I would almost go to America just to try all the different animals that you can eat over there. Like, I've never tried deer. I've never tried,
Are you tired of spider burgers?
I'm just thinking of The Simpsons when they depict the food chain.
It's just arrows pointing to
It's
humans.
all the animals going to man.
Terry's gonna have his Whirlwind America tour of eating all of the animals.
I'm going to Bovine University.
Have any of you guys
necessarily, but I'd eat frog.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen a regular show?
No.
Regular?
No. It was a good show.
I was too old at the time.
I have.
Yeah, it was a good show on Cartoon Network. And there was one episode where a place is serving an everything burger where it just has meat from every animal in it.
I would probably eat that. I love a good hamburger. So as long as you didn't tell me all of the animals that are in that, I'd probably eat it and enjoy it. And for the record, son likes frog legs.
And when they show the list scrolling by really quickly, if you pause it, you could see one of them is Long Pig.
No.
All right. Eating animals is an intrinsic part of humanity. Sorry, vegans, that we are committed to consuming flesh of once alive beings.
Okay, there's a difference between animal and beings. Animals are not sentient.
So we've established that this chick likes to eat.
Well, you've seen what she looks like.
Her arms, she's got the arm weight to show it.
Yeah, she's got her arm to body ratio is about 10-1.
She's got all her neighbors' pets in those arms.
If that's in her arms, I wonder what's in her thighs.
What really reminds me of that is that my father is really, really allergic to bee stings. So he got stung by a bee once on his arm, and they puffed out to be that big. So he actually did have Popeye arms. And when I saw this woman's arm, I'm like, that looks familiar. Oh, yeah. And then what you just said, yeah, that makes me remember. Yes, my father did have arms that big.
So you saw that photo and thought that looks like my uncle?
That looks like...
No, my father, not my uncle, you asshole.
Or your father.
That looks like my dad. Papa,
Dad?
Dad, are you black and you didn't tell me? Or a black woman and you didn't tell me? Well, these days you can identify as fucking anything. So yeah, there you go.
I do like that someone named Cannibalistic Wizard points out, I would try human before I tried dog or cat. Well, that's kind of your brand, so I mean, it doesn't really say a lot.
Oh, you finally completed the polls, and 72% said no, and 20% or 27% of you crazy bastards would eat my dog. Are you all Korean?
Let's see.
I just didn't want your dog to feel like I didn't love it enough to eat it in that way.
Oh my god.
Well, chomp chomp.
Sickos. Don't you dare touch my little girl.
Different articles I read indicated that the ban is coming about because younger people have a growing distaste for the practice and because they keep pets. But I venture a guess that much of the aversion is because of Western influence. And because dogs are the most holy and revered animals in the West, and because South Korea in general is a magnet Western nation. It makes sense that a very non-Western practice would be frowned upon and eventually banned.
Okay, we're talking... Come on, baby, go. We're talking cultures here. Come on.
No,
I don't think they should ban it. Like, if the younger generation finds eating dog distasteful, then let them not eat dog, and then it won't be profitable to sell it, and it'll ban itself. You don't need government intervention.
Right.
I agree 100%, but I would add that perhaps the practice of eating dog didn't come as like a random cultural event, but rather keep in
Survival.
mind that dogs used to be, creatures that would do work.
Yeah.
Not exactly beasts of burden per se, but we domesticated them for a purpose so that they could herd animals, etc. You wouldn't eat them unless there was problems going on somewhere else, which is to say maybe the reason people ate dogs was because there was nothing else available to eat at the time, and
Well,
that
yeah.
this is really just a natural occurrence with a developing nation where they no
Mhm.
longer have to eat the herding animals because food is abundant.
Well, what I also find very interesting is that we have this, this giant plethora of things, of choices, and now they're like, "No, we must go and eat the bugs." They want us to take a step backwards. I'm sorry, but I don't eat bugs. I eat animals that eat bugs. They are much lower on the food chain than what we would normally consider, protein base. We don't
You
eat
eat
bugs.
frogs?
I don't, but Son has. But what I mean is that why in the hell are we supposed to take a step back when we've been consuming this kind of animal protein for a very long time?
It's for the planet Moon.
Sure. So fuck the whatever. I'm not gonna say fuck the planet, but like fuck those assholes that seem to think that you must go and eat insects while we have this lovely Kobe beef over here. No, I'm sorry, but again, this has nothing to do with what this stupid fucking woman is saying. It has everything to do with culture. Like, yes, I don't want to eat dogs because I have a pet dog. Does that mean that every dog is going to be a pet? No. But if people are going to eat dog over there, let them eat dog. I don't care. If I'm over there, I'm not going to eat dog because I still have a predisposition against it. But there's a country like you're not going to eat a cow because they're sacred in some countries. So,
The
there's
Asian
different
Marie
strokes for
Antoinette, let them eat dog.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think that this stupid fucking woman right here is trying to shoehorn some stupid argument that makes absolutely no sense and is very nonsensical in every way. But what she's not grasping is the fact that there is different cultures around the fucking world, not just hers. So the point that she's trying to make is moot when it comes to certain countries and certain cultures.
Let's see. There is huge ramifications of all this.
Oh, look, she can't English. Yay!
The Korean dog breeding industry is still a billion-dollar industry. There's a Korean Dog Meat Farmers Association who threatened to release 2 million dogs around landmarks in the capital of South Korea.
Oh my god.
I really want to join the Korean Dog Meat Farmers Association.
No, I'm not yelling at you, pretty girl. You're fine. My doggy's on my lap and she's shaking because she thought I was yelling at her. I'm sorry.
No. Shaking tenderizes the meat.
You don't worry, dog.
I'm not tenderizing the meat, you bastard.
Cutting off their potential to make a living could prove disastrous to not only the environment, the health of the dogs, but also the survival of dog farmers and their families. The South Korean government has planned to end the trade by 2027. The reality, though, is because there is a taste for the meat in the population, there will likely be a thriving black market. There's always a black market for things one wants.
Shouldn't it be a capital B?
And I must ask, why does it have to be called a black market? Language loves to malign black.
I just had the thought, like a black market, a market for blacks. Are you marketing blacks or?
No. The black market is what they call the slave trade.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, why don't you capitalize that B and see how many people take it that way?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. If there's still a demand for dog meat, even if the government bans it, there's still going to be people that will find a way to buy and sell it.
Of course.
I must add a few things.
The prohibition in America. The alcohol didn't just stop being bought and sold because the government made it illegal.
Oh God, no. Yeah,
the
I
same
mean,
thing's going to happen with dogs.
Yeah, well, the thing is, even if they try to ban meat altogether, they're going to do the same kind of shit too. You're like you had said with prohibition. The very good point. You know, people are still going to find a way, even if there is going to be a black market for freaking animal meat. You know.
Now I'm picturing like a 1920s speakeasy, but it's just full of dogs.
Or like, yeah, we got the steak in here. Just don't tell anybody.
I must add a few things, because one must when discussing things like this. I didn't write this to be salacious or present an unflattering picture of an aspect of Korean culture. I know that many Asian people have and are attacked and disrespected about possible culinary practices in their respective cultures. I understand that these different practices are used to malign and other Asian people in a way that is harmful to their humanity.
Okay, Faithless had a beef easy. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the word of the night, a beef easy.
I was typing in chat saying that I liked it when you read it out loud.
A pork easy.
No, beef easy works better.
Yeah, pork easy doesn't roll off the tongue like a beef easy does.
But I do want to focus on how the influences of others can truly shape your entire culture. Okay? And it is something to focus on. For whatever reason, people in other parts of the world grew to eat many different things. I can imagine in India, where the cow is worshipped by the masses of Hindu people, our gluttonous consumption of steak and hamburgers in the West must hurt their feelings.
Different cultures, you stupid fucking woman.
No, but like, why would they care if people on the other side of the world eat something that they happen to think is, sacred?
Exactly. You know, let them eat whatever the hell they want. We're gonna have a nice big old fucking cow burger. And why? Because they're delicious.
Yeah, it's okay. Famine and food shortages have and are real. Okay. And many people eat anything when they are hungry. This is not something that should be maligned. It is testament to what people will do to survive. You eat what you have. Many of my people eat chitlins, pig intestines. This goes back to slavery days when the master's family took all the good cuts of meat and we had to make do with what was provided.
Yeah, you were not a slave.
Yeah, I encourage the chat to go back to her photo and think about whether she's ever been hard up for food. So I understand why people may eat something considered unflattering and frankly non-palatable to white people.
Johnny, you dick. fuck them dogs as his profile pic. Michael Jordan.
Imagine seeing a country composed entirely of Asian people and thinking to yourself, white people must control this place.
Yeah.
Well, no, our Western influences are changing their culture.
Yeah, white supremacy spans the world.
By the way, it's only because of the United States that South Korea exists, so eat me.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they would if
Frosted is just saying that he's a dog. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if it weren't for us, you would all be part of North Korea, so...
Yes, you'd all be a bunch of commies. Wait. If you buy something to eat in Seoul, would that be considered soul food? Womp womp.
Are you able to kick people, Frosted?
Sounds like no.
But at the end of the day, what one person eats doesn't make the other person shit. What one person eats doesn't make the other person shit.
What?
I suppose that's technically true.
So cheese?
But at the end of the day...
She even put a space before the comma. Does this woman know how to fucking English or what?
No. And the hypocrisy of why we value the lives of certain kinds of animals versus others should be called out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, you're just saying something, but you sure can't fucking grammar very well.
But I do like that. What one person eats doesn't make the other person shit. It's all...
Yeah, my grandma sewed that on a pillow once.
Yeah.
It sounds like something that means something until you think about it, and then it means nothing.
Oh, and Kyler, ribeye. Go for ribeye. Best steak. It's fucking delicious.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition.
DP.
Dragon Punch.
This is where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill in the words Medlib style. And the chat will vote on which is best. Let's see. So,
Wow, your
Jack,
chat
I
is
need
really-
a place.
Your chat is lagging because it still has that poll for my dog.
Oh, right.
Pyongyang.
Oh, Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea.
Good luck spelling it, turkey.
Pyongyang.
I need a person.
All right. Moon, I need a female person.
Michelle Obama's.
No, female.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi's. Oh, Barack Obama's. There you go.
All right. Terry, I need a person.
I'll go with Donald Trump.
You actually put a Nancy Pelosi instead of Michelle. Sticking to them guns. I like that, Frost. Oh, here comes the cops. When you said Donald Trump.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny, I need a person.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh, there you go.
Freak. Or would that be a super freak?
Okay, let's see. So
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh, yeah, amongst other things. So's fentanyl. We saw what happened with that.
Terry, give me an adjective.
Runny.
RUNNY.
All right, Johnny, give me a profession.
Oh, come on. That one's easy.
I'll go with a whore.
You mean a prostitute?
Yeah.
Oh, a hua.
The
whore.
horse.
A hua.
All right, let's see. Jack, give me an adjective. All right, I'll come
Sticky.
back to you.
Wait. Here, I'll answer for him. Chunky.
So what was that? Sticky?
Yeah, you said sticky.
Sticky. That's right, an adjective that's not chunky.
I've heard rumors of such things.
And Moon, give me a transitive verb.
Oh, how about suck? Come on. Batgirl, what are you doing? Oh, she's doing a bone. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so Jax is... Why are there 6 million dead bodies underneath Pyongyang? And is there a runny community living there?
Runny.
Alright, and Moon's... Nancy Pelosi's boobs were too big to be a good whore.
What?
I mean, that's just factual.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Terry's... Donald Trump almost vomited after having sex with my sticky wife.
Terry wins.
I like that.
I don't want to know why she's sticky.
Alright, and Johnny's... Is it really love if Dylan Mulvaney can't suck your partner?
Oh, that's between Terry's and Johnny's. That's pretty. That's a tough call.
I'll start a poll for the chat.
I'm gonna have to go with Johnny's.
I don't know. I think I would go with Terry's.
Yeah, I like Terry's, but
My sticky wife.
Yeah.
And we got 38 viewers, but only 18 likes.
We're gonna know. We do know who you are and who you aren't.
See, I'm glad
we
that
see
Gunky
you.
didn't use Chunky because Sticky works so much better.
My chunky wife.
I don't know. I think my chunky wife would have worked better, but that's just me.
No, but Sticky sounds sex related. Chunky, not so much.
Yeah, Sticky leaves something to the imagination.
Well, he did have sex with your sticky wife.
Well, imagine being introduced as someone's chunky wife. Like,
Well, I mean, imagine being introduced to someone's sticky wife. That's not much better.
Come up here.
This is my
I'm
chunky
Mr. Trump,
wife,
and this is my chunky wife.
this is my chunky wife, and this is my creamy wife.
don't mind her; she's a little sticky.
Yeah. Give it a few more seconds. All right. Well, it looks like
there's
Terry
Teddy,
wins
huh?
with 50% of the vote.
Hi, Sebby.
Yay.
Sebby, what are you down here for? Okay, you don't have to look at my face, Sebby. I get it.
I would like to point out that at the very least with mine, there are probably 6 million dead bodies beneath Pyongyang.
Yeah. Well, that's why it doesn't work, is because it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
They're probably in that unused hotel.
And the runny bit doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Terry wins.
All right. And our next article, which surprisingly isn't written by the same person, just say fat.
What?
Please let fat people describe our own bodies.
So, see, Jack, you're not supposed to say chunky.
This is written by your fat friend.
Yes.
So what happens when a fat person isn't willing to call themselves fat? What happens when they're in total
For
denial?
them. You're doing them a favor.
Go. You're. Oh God! Wow.
Well, this is just a stock photo, I think.
It is, but I went to the website for this one, and damn.
See, Gunsky is called directly out in the article.
Kyler is correct. I am fat.
Also, well, this applies to anybody, but especially if you're fat, don't get a septum piercing. Just makes you look more like a farm animal. All right.
You look like a fucking pig, and you're creepy.
No, I found out what our author looks like, and
Just don't get septum piercings, period.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Just say fat. Not curvy or chubby or chunky or fluffy or more to love or big guy or full-figured or big-boned or queen size or husky or obese or overweight. Just say fat.
Hey, I like Gabriel Iglesias, so you lady.
Yeah. Hey, you ain't fat. You ain't fat.
You ain't nothing.
Okay. I had to. I don't want to say dig deep for this chick, but I finally found a picture of her, and that is it right there in chat. Enjoy.
Ew. It's Cruella DeVille if she ate the dogs.
and a zebra for those stripes.
Cruella deviled eggs.
This woman is actually
Cruella
named Aubrey Gordon. Aubrey Gordon is the name of this chick.
Cruella,
I thought she was my fat friend.
She looks like she's about to try and sell me insurance.
Speaking of Orson Welles,
Orson Welles in his bravest role yet.
Oh, Jack, she's about to channel your favorite adjective.
No, well, we already did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I was too busy looking up this woman that has her own gravity.
Well,
Do not screw up
technically,
your
everyone has their own gravity.
Okay, fine. Her pull is a little bit more than others.
do not screw up your face, straining as you reach for
Oh.
phrases like "he struggles with his weight" or
Keith,
"body."
how dare you?
Are you just trading pictures of fat people?
Faithless pointed out that those other phrases were invented by fat people because they didn't like being called fat.
Yeah,
Is that a moob or a growth?
Listen. We would love to call people exactly what they are, except that we keep getting told not to do that. We can't call a fat person fat. We can't call a black person black. We can't call a retarded person retarded. Every time we come up with a word for something, a subset of that group gets really insecure and demands you change the word because they think that somehow alters the condition that they're insecure about.
Well, this lady speaks for all fat people, so I'm going to take what she says as law.
Right. Does it come with a sandwich too?
Do not screw up your face, straining as you reach for phrases like "he struggles with his weight" or "body image has always been difficult for her." Do not say body positivity or self-love or whatever lets you forget that you're calling someone fat. Just say fat.
That's no moon.
She's only having seconds. She's having 23rds. She's got to take their word.
Well, she's the one that eats the hundreds of thousands.
Do not rush to correct.
She's the one that disposed of those $6 million bodies.
Now we know where they went.
Do not rush to correct
6
fat
million
friends who name their own bodies for themselves, using the words that fit their experience. Recognize that a fat person daring to name their own body is an act of growth, and that when you
I think they've done enough growing. I think that's the problem.
What did she name hers Orson Welles too?
And when you correct us, you stunt it. It is also an act of rebellion, and when you silence it, you silence us.
Rebellion. So this is Star Wars. That she is the death.
She calls herself 1 foot.
Her online name is Luke Buffet Walker.
No, she's Buffet the
Hutt. Remember that your comfort does not take precedence over our autonomy. Do not rush to soothe and center your own discomfort by insisting, "Sweetie, no, you're not fat." Let us say our own names for ourselves. Just say fat. Do not add caveats and qualifiers. Do not say fat but healthy, fat but working on it, fat but not like 400 pounds, or fat but happy. If you're taking a stand for fat people, take a stand for all of us, because we don't want to get up out of our chairs. Okay, I added that last part. All right. Do not limit our humanity by limiting who among us you will accept.
Yeah, okay, so I just won't accept any of you fat asses. Easy.
Just say fat.
I love these do not limit our humanity. Like, does it have to be in green? Like, this is the point I'm making. Bitch, this whole thing is a point that you're trying to make. So highlighting something in green is not going to make it any more pronounced than any other part of this stupid article. Now go have yourself another cheeseburger.
I think the highlight just means that you can click on it and go to another thing.
Oh, is that a clickable link or something?
I don't know. It doesn't seem to lead anywhere.
Oh, okay. Maybe
it's like everything
maybe
else this one says.
Maybe it's highlighted for some reason.
Notice the impact of the word, how it changes in your mouth over time. Notice where you feel it in your body and how. Is it tension, fear, or something else altogether? Sit with your own discomfort with the word, if you have it. Do not assign that discomfort to me, attributing it to your own assumption that I will be insulted. That discomfort isn't mine, it's yours. Listen to what it is teaching you about your relationship to your own body. Yes, and to the bodies of those who are fatter than you. Own the ways in which you have written the story of the word fat, and the ways in which you have been complicit in making it seem such a terrible thing to say, and an even worse thing to be.
Here's my story. I ate shit food, I gained 800 pounds, and now I'm fat.
No, it's a hormone issue, okay?
Yeah, I mean, be fat if you want to, but just recognize that it's got, drawbacks. There's like health consequences to being a huge fat ass.
No, there are no
And-
drawbacks whatsoever.
Healthy at any size.
And it's your fault. Admit that it's your fault that you're fat.
Yeah. Like, if you want to be fat, like there's people who like revel in their fatness. It's like, all right, you can do that. Just don't expect to live past 45.
Well, if your BMI is higher than the populations of some major cities, then you're going to have something to worry about.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, this woman looks like she's older than 45, although then again, maybe it's just the fat causing the wrinkles.
Yeah. Do not foist that discomfort onto your fat friend by wincing or objecting when she tells you she's fat. She is already swimming against the tides of so many judgments. Others, yes, and yours too.
And singing like a whale.
So when your friend says, man, I'm fat, just say, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Do not insult her intelligence or cast doubt upon her experience by insisting that you know her body better than she does. Afford her the small dignity of speaking for herself. Allow her that much.
Bitch,
Just
I can
say
smell your blood sugar from here.
See, this poses an interesting problem in terms of anorexia, because if you're talking to an anorexic person who insists that they're fat, you probably should say, no, you're not. You should eat something.
Are you saying you know their body better than them, Terry?
Yes, I am. Because they have a mental illness, and I can observe that they are incorrect in their assessment of their own body.
Yeah, you bigot.
Yeah, aptly so.
Keep her
Yeah,
damn
you
with
march
the
right in front of Tess Holiday and tell her she is not anorexic.
Soft, wobbly flesh. Ew.
keep her damn with the deep corner reference.
That was a good article.
That was a disgusting article.
I love the pervy articles.
That was a freaking nutcase.
Do not reach for the sharp cruelty of obese or overweight, which many fat people find harmful, and some consider derogatory.
Well, don't be obese, and I won't call you obese. It's
Wait,
pretty.
Can we claim that overweight and obese are slurs now?
Yeah.
Is that
They are
is that the O
literally
word?
they are literally medical descriptions of that qualify how fat you are. You will find the words overweight or obese on doctor forms. I would know. I have been called both of them. They're medical terms.
Well, then you should sue the doctor for being hateful.
Yeah.
Do not defend terms that do not hurt you. Let the injured parties speak their truths. Do not insist that because they are medical terms they cannot cause harm.
Yeah, Jack.
Learn that it is precisely because these terms are medical that they are so hurtful to so many fat people.
Yeah, reality's hurtful.
Yeah.
Life hurts, wear a cup.
Those words echo years of medical judgment, failed health care, untreated eating disorders, misdiagnoses, and denied care altogether. Medicine doesn't feel so neutral when it so frequently turns fat people away just because of the way we look.
Well, it's also because there's less benefit to saving your life if you're just going to have another heart attack 10 minutes later.
Well, I also guarantee that if this woman wasn't the gigantic ham planet that she is, that she would probably be browbeating fat people too.
If you the funny part is that the fat people who put in the effort to lose the weight, from my experience, are the ones that have the least tolerance for fat people.
Yeah, rightly so.
Yeah.
Because we know we did it. We know that it's possible. And when people throw bullshit in our direction, it's it's a hormone condition. No, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or in the
really?
words of Leanne Cartman, oh, those were just lies. You're just fat.
Do not presume to name a body that isn't your own. Do not steal our names from our own mouths.
What?
So many thin people name our bodies so readily, draw whatever conclusions they see fit about who we sleep with, whether we love, who we are, what we deserve, when we will die, whether we will die soon enough, and how deserved our demises will be.
Okay, I'll just say the sooner this author dies, the better.
I'm not sure anybody thinks about fat people this much. Like who are they fucking and they deserve to die? That's not what I think to myself when I see a fat person.
And Johnny's updated his Michael Jordan picture, so it says, fuck them fats.
Let's see. Do not insist this is somehow unbiased, or worse still, that is justified bias. Ultimately, you do not need to understand why my name is what it is. You need only call me by that name. So, is her name actually Fat?
I guess.
Friend. No. Her first name is Yor, her middle name is Fat, and her last name is Friend.
Well, why are you getting so grandiose all of a sudden?
Well, I mean, look at her.
It's because of her glands.
You need not make up new names for me in protest of the one you do not like or understand. You just need to say my body's name. Just say fat. Notice the imbalance you feel when you say it. Notice what it feels like not to be the subject, only for a moment. Remember
Notice the soft, wobbly flesh.
Look, I'm just gonna go with blubberbutt. She seems like a blubberbutt to me.
Remember that you are safe, that this is at once a fleeting emotion, a deep reminder of all you have to be grateful for, and a call to act in support of those who have less. You do not need to...
I think they have more. I think that's the problem. They've got way, way more.
Yeah. You do not need to map the wilderness of their hearts, test the theories of their politics, in order to respect their most basic wish, to say their own name.
Well, someone was an English major.
All right. And this next one is just asking for a joke. Do not shrink of vastness that you cannot comprehend. Just say fat. Maybe you should work on shrinking of vastness.
A little bit.
Here, I'll give this woman a thesaurus. I'm like, you know what comes up with.
Speaking of fat, maybe she should put less of it into her body.
Septum rings are awesome, dude.
That is incorrect.
I know.
I feel like this article should be read while eating an entire chocolate cake.
Yeah.
All right.
What,
And
you're not following
fat.
You're not following this fat woman?
She wrote it on a typewriter, and it's covered in fudge.
Thanks, baby.
All right. And with the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only, boobs.
Boobs.
That's the caption contest.
Yeah.
Where I'll show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. Let's see. So this week we have a photo of some guy reporting on the southern border.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Oh, he sort of has a Jimmy Kimmel look going.
He's like a cross between Jimmy Kimmel and Dean Cain.
Yeah, with a side of that other fucking guy, Steve Colbert.
But speaking of Dean Cain, I saw him on Twitter. He was telling someone, like, you'll never be a woman, and they're like, well, you were never Superman. He's like, that's right, I was pretending.
And behind me, millions of new Democrat voters. But wait, there's more. Say their names. They do move in herds. That's funny. The Jurassic Park reference. These fucks are first in line to play cowboys and Mexicans. Let's see. It's a mostly peaceful invasion.
Oh God, Keeve.
They're coming in one by one.
I like that one. That one's my favorite. That one will win.
That's a front runner.
Behind me, the army of Aztec come to retake Texas.
Oh, pissed off shit! You did one. It just
Everyone's given up. They're just declaring Keith the winner.
All right, immigrants. Now I'm going to get in there and shove my thumb up their ass. I gotta shove my thumb up its butthole.
Go.
Yeah, give it a few more seconds. And when these dumb fucks reach the front of the line, they just go back to the end again. It's brilliantly evil.
Chocolate.
Uno, dos. I lost count at 1,000,000. All right, I think I'll end it there. So, what are you guys picking, Jack?
Keeve.
I gotta go with Keeve, even though I feel kind of compelled to vote for something else because I know Terry is gonna vote for someone else just to be different.
Keeve.
Well, no, I mean, I am going to vote for someone else, but not just out of spite. I just genuinely preferred, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
See, I like they do move in herds. But it looks like Keeve won. So, congrats, Keeve, and I'll tweet that out later.
People on Twitter are gonna love you.
And I have updated Michael again.
Fuck them aliens. They're xenomorphs, man. Come on.
All right.
And they mostly come at night. Mostly.
So now for our next article, it's related to Halloween, so it's a little late, but it covers the thing. It covers the thing that trans women hate the most.
Men?
And that is guys who dress like women.
I
see. So they got ticked off finally that they were getting conflated with cross dressers.
But see, maybe if you didn't cancel so many streams, you could have done this on Halloween.
It's funny because when a person used to say tranny, they would think of a transvestite.
Oh, we've seen this bitch before.
Yeah. And so now it was kind of like, yeah, but we weren't talking about transgender person. We were talking about transvestite, which is different. And then they try and tell you, oh, it's different. Except now it's all about erasure because that's what it is with these people.
Hey, you leave erasure out of this.
As a reminder, this is what it looks like. Enjoy.
Terry, a little respect, Terry. Come on.
No. Erasure was a mediocre band, but they had one. They had the Chains of Love. Let's give them.
Actually, I have 2 of Erasure's volumes, and I also have one of their singles that I actually bought when I was in London.
I don't even know what band you're talking about.
It's called Erasure.
Erasure.
They were like a synth pop, I guess you can say.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know
I'm trying
genres.
to discover. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. First off, happy early Halloween, everyone. So Halloween the past couple of years has been especially rough once my gender dysphoria surfaced topside for good. As a former guy, going out for Halloween to the bars was pretty awesome. Mainly to ogle all the women in their tight costumes, whatever they may be, albeit a sexy nurse or a cop or even some sort of cosplay. That's what a costume is.
Yes.
Whatever
cosplay is literally costume play.
And also apparently the male gaze is fine as long as you're a tranny.
Yeah.
Can I just say, what do you think the odds are that this article is going to be one large cope that the people dressing as Rocky Horror Picture Show pass better than the author?
But just because YouTube, I'm sure they're listening. When we say tranny, we are of course referring to transistor radios. There is no hate speech in this stream. I would not be on it if there was anything hateful going on.
No, we're referring to the transmission of cars. See, we're trying to fix stuff here, and we always have to talk about the trannies.
Yep. Okay. Whatever any woman dressed up as, you can bet some guy was leering at her, and she didn't even know it. Which I realize is a sad reality, but unfortunately true.
You mean like
Oh,
you
come
did?
on, they
you
know
just
people are
admitted
leering at them. That's the whole point of wearing the costume.
You just admitted to doing it. You can't say it's
Yeah.
unfortunately true. Yeah, and
But also, the women who wear sexy outfits for Halloween, they know they're being leered at. That's the entire point of wearing a sexy Halloween costume.
yeah,
No, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, my tits are sticking out. Oh no, I hope nobody's looking. All right. It has been especially bad for me the past couple of years because it drove me crazy not to be able to dress up in their costumes. Sure, I could have been a cop, but not a sexy cop or a nurse. But not a sexy nurse.
What? What?
Okay, try proofreading.
But what they're saying is, like, sure, I could have been a cop, but not a sexy cop, or a nurse, but not a sexy nurse.
I mean,
So
you
I
could
think
have
they're
been
just missing a comment.
you could have been like Nurse Ratchet. Yeah. Women just have a way of really bringing out a costume through their natural beauty and sexuality. It is because of
That
this
you don't possess because you're a man.
Yeah. It is because of this that I really haven't enjoyed going out much for Halloween. That and COVID put a speed bump on having any type of Halloween get-togethers.
How old is this article?
It's from this year.
COVID should not be stopping you from doing anything in 2023.
Yeah.
Well, considering the subject matter, I would say it probably is anyway.
But unless you're Taylor Lorenz, who is weirdly obsessed with COVID even now.
She has long COVID, Terry.
So she says.
Yeah, so long it's been going on for the last 3 years.
Very, very long COVID.
But recently I went out this past Saturday night with a couple of friends to a bar where it was seasonably warm for the Northeast, so we were able to grab a table outside of the bar free from all the hoopla indoors, i.e. live band, DJ, crowds of young people in their 20s and 30s. I'm 41 for reference. The bar was having a Halloween party, and I was going to throw on my costume, but was having costume issues, so I just threw a nice simple fuchsia-colored dress and matching sneakers.
Nice try. Just using the word fuchsia isn't going to convince me that you're a woman.
Yeah. Or maybe it's fuchsia. We weren't going to stay long. We all just wanted to get out of the house, and then when I got up to get a couple of beers at the crowded bar, and I noticed some stares, but no one was really staring, and I noticed some stares, but no one was really staring. And then I realized, oh yeah, it's a Halloween party. Someone will probably just think I'm a guy in a dress. You are. And that is my costume. dressing up as a woman.
It is.
Then, of course, it came time to break the seal after those libations, but I was so hesitant to use the ladies' room, which I have now
Because
used
you're
on
a man.
numerous occasions without thinking twice because I am a woman now.
Oh,
But on this
Oh, is
night,
that it?
yeah. But on this night, I was extremely hesitant. What if some woman clocked me in the bathroom and said I was guy in a dress, just trying to get into the ladies' room?
well,
But
you
he
are.
said that was guy in dress.
Yeah.
Are we sure this isn't an Asian? Like
Could be.
a second language?
It's-
What if women say I guy in dress?
I go back to Latvia. What if some bouncer throws me out or roughs me up? It's literally the one night of the year that no one would blink an eye if a guy wore a dress. But in the ladies' room?
Well, then
Now
you
I
can
know-
cry victim. Oh, wait, you write for medium. Never mind.
Now I know what you're thinking. The guys in the dress will know to use the men's room, right? I don't know. When the alcohol gets to you and you start to feel good and fearless, and before you know it, you find the liquid courage to go to the ladies' room to basically hit on them in the one safe space they have in a bar. Okay, end of sentence. My one friend, another woman obviously, offered to go with me just in case, but this thought just was wrapped around my mind so much that I figured we are almost done. I'll just hold it till I get home, which is like 8 minutes from my house. And I did hold it because I didn't want to cause a scene or make any trouble. But the reason I bring this up,
Great story. You needed to pee, but you waited till you got home. Thanks for sharing.
yeah, I went to a bar once and I had to piss. The end. But
So
the
far,
reason
everything in this article sounds like a one giant you problem. If you don't like the way you look, that's a you problem. Deal with it.
well
She's
then
got
go to Men's
lazy
Warehouse.
eyes and jowls.
Go to Men's Warehouse. They say that you'll like the way you look.
They
But the
guarantee
reason-
it.
But the reason I bring this up is because I also saw a meme recently posted on a trans forum, and it said the following. If you encounter a guy dressed as a girl as a joke this Halloween, offer them transition info and be welcoming, because if it's an exploring trans girl, it will be helpful, and if it's a shitty cis dude, he will be furious. It's a win-win. Wow, so I don't know where to begin with the above, but let me start off with the as a joke part. The biggest thing I cannot stress enough is being a woman is not a costume and it is not a joke.
To you, it is.
Yeah. I went to an all-boys Catholic high school, and we were allowed to dress up on the Friday before Halloween, and inevitably, you would always have that one guy who had a sister that he would borrow one of her ill-fitting dresses, slap on some makeup to look like a cheap floozy, and then not even bother to shave their legs, arms, beard.
Well, of course
Yeah,
you're not going to shave that stuff. The whole point is that, it's a
It
costume.
doesn't work.
the
Yeah.
whole point is that you look silly.
Yeah.
It was a cruel attempt to not be a woman, but to make fun of women.
How dare anyone make fun of women ever?
Yeah.
Respect women.
Repeal the 19th. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Second, don't offer them advice on this night, ever. Guys will see it as you being interested in them and will use any angle to get in a girl's pants. Yeah, I don't think
Interested
once
in who? You?
once they find out that you're a tranny, I'm not so sure about that part.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can guarantee you it will be a shitty dude who won't care about advice or tips or tricks, and they certainly will not be furious.
I think they already know you're a dude.
Yeah. If you start up the conversation that is his invitation to think, oh, I am going to reel her in to pretend to care about this stuff. Yeah, the old, hey, I want to get my dick chopped off pickup line. If it was literally any other time of year, yes, offer a trans woman advice. Please, we welcome it. We always need advice. We don't grow up a woman. We didn't experience the fashion snafus, the bra snafus, the makeup snafus. Come up with another word that any cisgender woman went through in their early years. So yes, lay it.
I'm guessing they won't. I'm guessing they won't accept 41% is rookie numbers as advice.
But you can get those numbers up. Just hang in there.
Exactly.
Oh.
So yes, lay it on us sisters, but this is not the night to mess around with a guy in a dress to offer advice to. Look, I am all for a closet crossdresser to experiment and whatnot, and to be themselves.
No, you're not. You spent the whole article shitting on cross-dressers.
They have to have the right mindset, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
dysphoric mindset. That's the correct one.
Yes. Only if they're disabled are they allowed to do it. Look, I am all for a closet crossdresser to experiment and whatnot, to be themselves for just one night. But I can't help it comes at the expense of someone like myself, who I probably don't pass most of the time, and then it would lead me to getting clocked or worse, having an incident in the ladies' room as described above.
Most.
I know. You will probably argue to not be selfish, but my guess is that guy who is dressing up as a woman and isn't a shitty dude will probably use the men's room, whereas I do not have that option.
Yes, you do.
Hey, I have a question. Will the author confront all the people who do the weird non-binary bullshit, seeing as they're basically doing the exact same thing that the author has a problem with?
But also, this dude can use the men's room as I do not have that option. You absolutely do. You are allowed in the men's room as a man.
No, they would
Even a
rough
man in
her
a
up,
dress.
rough him up.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should be less of a faggot then. But that.
Have you tried not being a faggot?
All right.
Yeah.
I would respect this article if it said, "I know what you're thinking. Try being less of a faggot."
I would probably follow this author on Medium if they had that kind of self-awareness.
The closeted person also hasn't experienced all the things I have gone through, having the courage to transition, to endure all the loss and hardship, albeit financial or personal. I understand that the closeted person may not be in a position to transition, or still finding themselves, but it puts me, a trans woman, in a very difficult spot at this time of year. The one final argument that I can see someone making is, but Amber, what about drag? Guys are always dressing up as women. What do you have to say about that? Well, first of all, drag is an art form.
No, it's not.
The wonderful ladies who entertain us in drag will pour their heart and souls into their makeup, shaving, their hair, their overall appearance and demeanor. Doing drag is not a joke. While entertaining and fun, the performers who do this take it seriously. Therein lies.
Not really.
You want to see high art? Just watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah.
Yeah.
Therein lies the difference between the Halloween dude dressed up as a girl at the bar, just trying to find an in with a girl, and the drag performer. To one, it is having that respect for the art form, but more importantly, respect for women. The other, zero respect for women, with one nefarious goal: to get laid.
What's so nefarious about getting laid? Like, why is that so evil?
Sex is terrible. Sex is the most evil thing of all time.
I am so getting laid tonight. Lightning crashes. I can understand this article will garner a lot of comments and viewpoints, which I welcome them all. But I will reiterate again, because this is so important. Being a woman is not a costume. Being a woman is hard, expensive, emotional, and we deserve more respect than to be treated as a joke, or even worse, as a costume.
Try not being one.
There's that word, we, again.
So no, guys should not dress up as a woman for Halloween. Period. And that is a hill I will die on. Oh, she is the 41%.
Oh,
There you go.
Have they tried not being a total bitch?
Yeah.
I don't think they have.
They can try that after not being a faggot.
Alright. So now, with the end of the third article, comes the final game. And that is,
This is the good game.
Porno Gender Edition. Where I will give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even give you a short description of each one. Just a second. Okay. So, gender A. Cat scarf gender.
What?
Yeah.
God.
Today's genders will be in honor of the special guest.
Oh dear God.
Scarf gender.
Now hold on. Is this cat scarf the article of clothing or how cats eat?
Well, he's gonna tell us.
Oh, if you pay attention, Jack, you might learn.
Yeah, Jack.
Let's see. Xenogender related to scarves with cats on them, or a cat wearing a scarf.
What?
Good God.
All right.
So the full spectrum of cats and scarves.
Yeah.
So gender B, cat gamer gender. Xenogender related to cats and gamers, or being a cat gamer.
My son just pointed at me.
Did you find your gender?
Cat gamer has to be real because that's Johnny.
Right.
Who do you think made it up?
And gender C, whale cat thing. Xenogender, and which one's gender is related to cats, whales, and things.
Because cats and whales wasn't enough. It needs to be things.
All right. So give me a sec to start a poll so the chat can get in on it. And don't forget one of the options is that they're all real.
That's what I do. I cat and things.
I need a gender to describe myself. I guess I like cats.
Yeah.
And whales. And things.
That last one is like, I can't figure out what the hell I want, so I'm a whale cat thing.
All right. So, Jack, what are you going with?
What do
B.
All right.
Here you go, B.
And Moon.
I'm gonna say all real just because they're all stupid.
Terry.
It feels like bait, but I'm gonna go with C.
Okay. Johnny.
Though my son is saying B, I am also going to go with C.
Okay. Let's see. Which way is the chat leaning? All reels in the lead. A and C are tied for second.
I'm curious as to how things are going to be depicted on the flag. Maybe it's a picture of shapes.
Maybe. Then it's definitely real.
Yeah. Do you also have food called things down there?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so if somebody puts together some multiple animal patty, is it called a whale cat thing?
Buy food brand things. Let's see.
Find it in the grocery aisle next to stuff.
You can put lots and lots on there.
Australia, the land of vague foods.
Hundreds of thousands. Whale cat things and stuff.
All right. So it looks like the chat went with all real.
Chat always goes with all real. Smeaton thing. Smeaton stuff.
With C in second. All right. So let's see.
Don't buy food brand. It's terrible. Food brand food.
All right.
It's good for eating.
And the answer is
Go upstairs, guys. Come on.
A is fake.
Hey. Cat thing. No, that means that whale cat thing is real, and some stupid motherfucker actually came up with that.
So now let's look at the flags of the real ones. Let's see. There's cat gamer gender. Johnny, I think you have to change your icon to this when you stream a game.
Oh God. That looks like Napster, only with a little swivel mic without the headband over the head.
Yeah.
All right, and here's whale cat thing.
Oh, this ought to be good. This better be good.
You got me in the eye.
Oh,
So,
that's
so
lame.
obviously they were both drawn by the same person.
I was thinking that too.
Or they just used a stock shape.
Well, I can kind of see with the whale cat thing. I can see where it almost kind of looks like the cat's head is tilted to one side, and the spout coming out of the whale is supposed to be like the nose.
But the whale cat thing looks like it should have "That's all, folks" written across it.
I see the cat and I see the whale, but I see a disturbing
Yeah.
absence of things.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now, see, I also aged myself by saying Napster. If anybody here knows what Napster is,
I
Of
know
course,
what
I know what
Napster
Napster
is.
is.
I grew up in the 90s. I know what Napster is.
Oh,
course,
I know. I'm just making.
Of course,
sure
I
everybody-
used LimeWire though.
Yeah,
I
we
used
totally
Kazaa.
didn't. We totally didn't use Napster to do anything. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have it installed on my computer.
It really
I
doesn't
used
matter.
Kazaa.
Any music you would have gotten off of Napster is such shitty quality it'd be unrecognizable to you today.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with Napster, I actually ended up buying more albums when I had it because that's when I actually knew the music existed.
That's true. A lot of the albums that I buy today are because I first listened to them on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes. Bye.
More. Bye, bye, bye.
John Carpenter's The Whale Cat Thing. I'm just picturing the scene where he's testing the blood and he's panning across the room and you see one of them's just a whale in a trench coat.
In just a second, okay?
Or just a cat that looks really nervous.
All right.
Barnes and Nobles, what's that?
And now for our final article.
Yay!
When my spouse goes out with his 2 friends, there cannot be 3 women with them.
Oh, God. What do we got here? Tony Crow.
We are talking about a potential mass extinction event.
That seems like a bit of hyperbole. Just a
It
little.
looks like an AI drawing.
Oh, yay. Well, she's not ugly, but she's not pretty either, so. Oh, well, man. Well, hold on a second. Let me. Oh, there we go, baby.
Yeah, don't say
Tony
that again.
Crow. Mediums meh.
No, she's not mid. She's something else. There you go. Link in chat.
Yeah. It's like if Oprah was offering to suck your dick for crack.
Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Moonshock's off to suck some dick for crack, apparently.
Yeah. My spouse is headed out the door to meet with his friends. One of his friends is a divorced man who cheated multiple times on his wife. The other is a still single 54-year-old who trades women every year like they're cars. I know both men. We have had them over with and without their current girlfriends. My husband looks handsome. He is a big man, but he knows how to wear his clothes. He's wearing
That doesn't sound like a big, impressive statement. He knows how to wear clothes.
I also know how to wear clothes. I get dressed all by myself.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah. He's wearing a sweater
Shut up.
a sweater I picked for him. Though then he doesn't know how to dress himself, does he? His khaki pants and nice gym shoes. I checked to make sure his wedding band is on his finger. I am also meeting a couple of friends for drinks. My wedding ring is on my finger. We know bumping into each other's group is a possibility. Although we start at different places, we are adults. We can decide to go elsewhere. We will not go too far from home. Bars in the area are limited, so we may see each other while we are out. It has happened before. Was this written by a robot?
By insisting that he wears his wedding ring, more women are going to hit on him because he's wearing a wedding ring than if he wasn't.
Yeah.
So,
Not to mention those khakis. Before he leaves, I say, hey, you know if I go out and bump into you and your boys, there cannot be 3 women with you. My spouse replies with a smile, oh, don't you trust me? I reply, and you act like you don't know me. What would happen if I walked up on 2 men and my husband with 3 women? My husband kisses me on my lips. Now you know I would never cheat on you, he says. I go out with these guys all the time. They know how you are. Do they? What is important to me is you know who your wife is. Let me ask you.
Obviously he does. He's talking to her right now.
Let me ask you again. What would happen if I came across you, those 2 and 3 women? There would be
Gotta stick
war.
up your ass.
There would be war. You would not listen to any explanation that I provided. Even if it were perfectly innocent and I could prove it, we would have a rift in our relationship that would take time to heal, he states. There is no way
he stated that.
There is no way to explain it. 3 women and 3 men at a table is a woman for every man. The math does check out. It is called.
I'm sorry, but if there are 3 women and 3 men at a given table, the math works out to be this: the 3 men are after 1 woman. The other 2 women are invisible. The 1 woman is the one they're all interested in.
It is called couples. I would race home to decide which of your favorite possessions I wanted to burn first. There would be some waiting to exhale car burning action in our driveway, I reply. Yes, he says, you are unreasonable when you get wound up.
I like this guy.
Remember that while you are out gallivanting around. My eye is probably on you. He says, and what if I come upon you and your friends with 3 men? If you come across me, my friends, and 3 men, it's not me. We are not trying to attract men tonight. It is a girls' night. Unlike you guys, we have no problem communicating with men trying to pick us up. We do not want their company. As I spoke...
No, you don't.
As I spoke, I stuck my tongue out to ensure he understood my feelings. Don't believe your lying eyes.
Yeah, so don't believe your eyes when you see me out with other men. Just trust me. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, and I'm going to stick my tongue out like a 2-year-old.
My spouse laughed, kissed me, and walked out the door. I checked my phone to ensure his tracking app was running.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, fucking hell.
I headed out the door to meet my friends. I have been married for decades because at my house we tell each other where we are going, who we will be with, what we will do, and when we will return. This is the minimum information required when leaving our home. A simple text will suffice if we decide to go somewhere else with our friends. Having been together for decades, we know the expectations in both directions. We need to act like married people no matter who we are with.
Married people do not have dog tracker collars on their man.
Married people do not talk with the opposite sex when their spouse is not around.
You want to bet?
Oh, are you cheating on son by
No.
talking to women?
The thing is, that all this says right to me is that this stupid fucking woman is so insecure that if you dare talk to another man, I will kill you.
Well, she has a tracker on his phone, so
Yeah.
this is not the most secure woman
She's
ever.
Woman's a psycho bitch.
Well, that's the problem with psycho bitches. Yes. We'll wait for that vehicle to go by. Okay. Well, that's the problem with psycho bitches.
She's rolling up on you, Terry.
You can't. They say, "Oh, I can't trust you," but at the same time, you can't trust them. It's a two-way street here. Trust is a two-way street. Trust you. Sorry, I'm getting practical again. Heaven forbid. But maybe that's why I'm here, is just to be practical with some of these stupid fucking arguments. But
if he wanted,
I would
to
say,
cheat, and if he wanted
I would
to
say,
cheat, couldn't they be hanging out with just like two women and he's going after one of them?
No, that never happens.
okay,
Nope.
okay, just a quick, verbal poll. Who do you think is more likely to actually cheat in this relationship, the man or the woman?
Woman.
Yeah,
She probably
because
already has.
Yeah, this sort of insecurity, from what I have seen in my lifetime, usually stems from, projection. Yeah.
Well, that and also like a really bad history of either being crapped on by the men or whatever, or just a bad history of relationships. So they're just used to it. Yeah, like you said, they're just projecting their past on this new guy and presuming, well, it's happened in the past, it's just going to happen again.
If I was in his position, I would be a bitch.
Our single friends can do whatever they want. We cannot. Both of us expect the other to behave like our marriage is important. There will be no impropriety on either side tonight. We will have fun with our friends and come home to our honey. It has been like that since the day we met.
Oh my god.
We will have supervised, tracked, planned out fun.
Oh shit! Do they have their own fucking outings chaperone too? When it's just the two of them?
The thing that sticks with me is if you see me with other men, that's someone else.
It's just her with
This
a
is no
mustache
longer a
on.
night out. This is no longer a night out. This is a quest. It's a quest for fun. I'm gonna have fun, and you're gonna have fun. We're all gonna have so much fucking fun. They're gonna have to do plastic surgery to remove our goddamn smiles. Y'all are gonna be singing zippity doo dah out of your assholes.
Best line of that movie too.
What movie is it?
That's National Lampoon's Vacation.
Vacation.
Oh.
When they get to Wally World and it's fucking closed. Yeah, I know. Spoiler alert. Of course, that movie's a 84 or something like that.
Yeah.
This bitch probably makes them fill out a form before they go out.
Yeah.
Or is this also one of those fucking women that are like, the guy has to ask in order to do anything? Can I touch your boobies? Oh, can I lift up your shirt? And you have to get written consent to. It's like, yes, I give him consent to do this.
Now, I just saw a tweet that Scribelight quote tweeted, and they do a year in review with each other, just to like set goals for the future.
Oh god!
Fuck off.
I saw that.
Who's doing a year in review?
I'll post the tweet in the.
It's
It's
year
fucking stupid.
in review, not urine review, just in case there was a
Urine review.
Very popular in Germany.
I mean, I'm sure they do. I am sure that they do that, but
I put makeup on me. What did you do, Cave?
And Faithless heard it as well. Everyone heard you say urine review.
What did you do? Put lipstick on her or something?
I knew the video you were referring to, so I knew what you were saying.
All right. That's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So, take a moment to shill my co-hosts and guest.
See ya. Bye, Terry.
And there goes one of them now. All right. So, I Like Boobs has Quippers United on his channel, Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Not this Sunday. I'm gonna have people over, and I have to keep you riffraff out.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, but no Crippers this Sunday. But the following Sunday we'll be back.
I think the following Sunday we should play 8 games to make up for you pussying out of next.
Twice as
Fuck
long.
And it's all job.
it's all
Well,
pixie text.
Job, and drawful. And Terry has to be there.
And if he doesn't win, you keep doing it until he wins.
It's all
Well,
pixie text.
if you put in that rule, everyone's going to vote for me just so they can go home.
Hey, baby.
All right. And Moonshock has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
Oh.
Let's see. Terry
Days
is
on Wednesday.
Huh?
We will be resuming a new series of 7 Days to Die on Wednesday night.
All right. Let's see. Terry is on Mr. Adams and Hammer's Minions Nights. He's on Six of Sober streams. He's on Johnny Hellcat streams. He's on Quippers United. He's on Tears Midnight Show. He's on the roof of your house right now, peeking in your window because someone turned their tracking on their phone off.
Oh,
Let's see. Anything you want to shill, Johnny?
Nothing quite yet.
All right. Okay. Let's see. There won't be a stream next week, but
no stream next week.
we should be back the week after that.
Okay.
So this is going to be a weird week if there's no Quippers and no corner.
Yeah, people are going without.
Wait, there's not going to be a corner next week? That means, Terry, you get to play, oh
Shadowgate.
shit, I forget. Shadowgate, yeah, that's the name.
Play that game.
What?
The game that's not as good as Dino Rex, according to Frosted.
Yeah.
So far, this game's not as good as much, Terry.
And it doesn't even feature Jackie Chan telling you you're getting better.
That's true. It doesn't.
All right. So we'll see you the week after next week, guys.
All right.
See
And
you
Happy
later.
New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
What is
Happy
that?
New Year.